Jen Fine from YouLi here. Today we're going to be showing you some new capabilities that we have with Checkout Flow, which is a new way of capturing registrations and bookings on the YouLi platform. We're going to be using Woe as our example client today to demonstrate how they were previously doing bookings on their website, how they could do it with our register to pay mode, but they are going to be using our Checkout Flow, which we're going to be demonstrating today. So first of all, I just want to show that Woe has their website, woetravel.com, and this is of course custom built for them. And as an example today, if you wanted to book in Kilimanjaro with Woe Travel, then you would click in and pick Kilimanjaro. Again, this is all their website. This is not YouLi yet. And currently, they are using an e-commerce plugin on their website to allow their customer to check what dates they want to pick, and then their add-ons and whether or not they want to pay in full or deposit. So we're just going to go through that process and pick some dates and click Book Now. And then it adds it into a shopping cart. So the user has to then click into the cart. And then from there, they have to proceed through a sort of typical e-commerce checkout flow and go through the legal things and complete all of the customer information and then pay. Once they complete that process, they will remain on the website and they'll just get an email and sort of a generic page. Now, Woe, the ladies at Woe came to us and said, we would really like to improve this experience. And so we have been working with them to ensure that their customers get a much better checkout flow. And so when that is completely integrated into their website, it means that when their customers land on Kilimanjaro and they click on the Book Now button, it's going to take them to a page that looks like this. And from here, the customer will actually be able to choose which package they want, either with or without the safari. And if it's possible for that given trip, they would then be able to select how many people to go. In this case, there's only one option, which is the ability to enter the single person's information, including email and phone number. Then they can choose their deposit or to pay in full. And in this case, Woe is going to be offering a credit card option or a Venmo or bank transfer option with instructions there. And then from here, they can check the box to confirm the privacy and policy conditions and click to pay now. Once they complete that transaction, they will actually be dropped onto their own personalized trip page. And that will look like this. So here you can see I haven't been taken to a generic confirmation page. I've been taken to a personalized page with my name on it, indicating that I am booked. In this case, because I chose to pay by Venmo, it's still showing as pending, but I am still booked onto the trip, and I can make my remaining payment if I choose to from here. I can also click around and explore the rest of the trip and see all the amazing content that the Woe team has put together for me to get me excited about my trip, including my extensive to-do list, making sure that I get my travel insurance, making sure I share more with the team about who I am, making sure I have a vaccine card, get my passport in, book my flights, join the group, Zoom with the team, get Global Rescue membership, and make sure my health is in order and get my Tanzanian visa. So I know once I finish my 10 tasks here that I will be all set to go. And of course, the great thing is that I've already completed the terms and conditions, and that shows here as completed. And I can also then proceed to load in app. So all this functionality is the same as we've had for a long time. The new thing that we've added is the fact that you can now have this checkout flow basically as a paywall between your website. Clicking to here, you can't get to the trip page until the traveler has selected their package and paid their deposit, and then landing onto their personalized trip page from here. So this is the same trip page as many of you who've used YouLi for a long time are familiar with. And here's an example of what we call the register to pay mode. So you notice it looks very, very similar. And in fact, it is effectively the same. The only difference is that instead of clicking from the website and landing on this sort of paywall, if you will, this checkout flow that keeps the user from seeing the trip page until they've made their payment, the register to pay mode actually asks the user to sort of explore a little bit before they click to book it. So depending on the flow that you have from your website, you may prefer to have a checkout flow like this, or you might prefer to actually have them explore this before they pay. Now, the team at WOW feels really confident that their customers know exactly what they're getting, and so they want to have that checkout flow before they land here and explore the rest of this content. But a lot of our clients prefer to have a registration form so that people can kind of express interest or kind of get into the funnel without having to necessarily make a payment before they continue to explore that. And so that's this model where there's actually a registration form and then the payment is prompted afterwards. It allows you to do some things like abandon shopping carts. It also means that those people can kind of sit on a bit of a wait list. So if you fill up your 12 spots, but some of the people who had registered interest hadn't booked in time and someone cancels, you can always contact them because they're on the trip already as not paid and see if they've actually decided that they would like to come because now there's a spot available. So there's advantages to having a sort of register before you pay model, but there's also obviously advantages to doing registration and payment in one step, which is what we call the checkout flow. And now when you're setting up your trip, you're going to be changing your option to do this here under bookings mode. So this is going to be choosing between register to pay or checkout flow. Now, if you don't see that option in your account, it means that you don't have checkout flow enabled, and you can open a support ticket with us to find out whether or not you qualify for that. This is currently an enterprise only feature and requires integration. So please do reach out if you're interested to know more about this, but also recognize that it is still relatively new. And so we're only going to be allowing certain customers to roll it out. We look forward to your feedback, and we're really excited to see more of you adopting the checkout flow.